So this question is asking about the victors sent into the 75th Hunger Games from District 1. They're siblings who won back-to-back games when Katniss was a kid. The brother's name is Gloss, the sister's name is Cashmere. It's not completely clear which one of them won the earlier games. I think it's Gloss, but either way, yeah, this is a great question because why would you choose to go into the arena after seeing what it did to your sibling? And I struggle with this because I don't completely understand it. But I do think that there are a few possible explanations. And I'm going to talk about them from the perspective that Gloss is the one who went in first, but it could equally apply the other way around. And I'm also operating under the assumption that they're both just human people in a horrible system and not complete and utter sociopaths, because if they are, that's the answer. And I think the thing to keep in mind when we're thinking about all of this is that these are kids. They're 16, 17, 18. The first possibility I see is just that people process and show their trauma in a lot of different ways. And one thing a lot of people do is shut down, even among their loved ones. And I can see that especially being the case if Gloss is also now in this position where any regret about volunteering is also implicitly tied to the food that everyone else is getting and the security that his family now has access to. If he regrets volunteering, if he's struggling with was it worth it, well, if it's not, isn't he saying that something kids in his district train and prepare for, so something that he should have been able to handle, it isn't worth it so that everyone else is able to eat? Like, it's different for Katniss because she was making the most of a situation she was forced into. She volunteered to save her sister, not because she wanted to go into the games. But Gloss probably had agency there. He probably chose to enter the games. It's possible that Cashmere didn't even know how it affected Gloss. He may have put a brave face on for any number of reasons. Repression, denial, wanting to protect her, shame, his own ego. And it's also possible that she misinterpreted something she did see. She might have seen him being a little more aloof or removed, as directed at her specifically, rather than just something he was experiencing that she was seeing. I think another possibility is that even if she got a sense that something was wrong, or if he tried to talk her out of volunteering, she might have taken that as him underrating her abilities or suggesting that she wasn't as tough as he was. We don't actually know that the sibling who won the later games is the younger sibling. Most victors whose age at the time of their games is given in the first place were not 18 when they won. It's entirely possible that Gloss was 16 and Cashmere was actually a year older than him. So if Cashmere's the younger sibling, there could also be an element of stop babying me attached to it if that had been part of their dynamic. And if she were the older sibling, there could be an element of I need to one-up my little brother. And even if she genuinely believed that he was struggling, that he was having all of these issues, she could have seen it as, well, that's you. Nobody ever said the games were going to be easy. It's not going to happen to me though. I'm tougher than that. Words aren't necessarily going to be enough to overwhelm the conditioning that's been built up over an extended period of time, over their entire lives. And Gloss might have even agreed with that. He could have seen it as, let me help my sister prepare. Because I'm struggling because I wasn't prepared enough. I'm struggling because of a personal failing, not because it's a completely natural response to an extremely traumatic situation. She's going to be fine.